But wait from top. Never chocolate drop. See yourself.
On the east side till I die, till I die, rocking that wine and gold till I die, till I die. In the hood I'm good till I die, CLE till I die. Everywhere I gon' putting on, putting on, putting on. Everywhere I gon' putting on, putting on, putting on. Everywhere I gon' putting on, putting on, putting on. Everywhere I gon' putting on, putting on. Step under the court like 2-3. I was made for the game like Kyrie. Representing for the city, yeah, I be. In the land is where you gon' find me. Courtside at the Q in the flow seat. Everybody in the team me. Green Bills, y'all know it's the green season. Catch me only at the short seat. With the hot sauce like I'm street league.
The NBA season is a grind. There's no question about it. And tonight may be another game in the endless stretch of games. But that don't make it any less important. Time to put on my game face and do what I do. Win games.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
Kevin, they're going to have their work cut out for them with a lot of tough games in front of them. It's going to be a challenge.
And if they're going to prove they've got what it takes to be a playoff team, this is the time to do it. They need to show they can beat these top-tier teams.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo is out there with Freak, and it's Fournier in at the small forward position. Now here's Wade. Bosh, the screen. Wade kicks to Dang. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago and never really got back on track.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. There's the bucket. Good.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Freak passes to Fournier. They set the pick. He kicks to Freak. Poked away. No good. And Miami the other way now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
And that was one that just got out of control for them. And when the lead got big, it almost seemed as if they just mailed it in.
Yeah, it appeared to me as well that they kind of gave in. And I understand it's hard to try to come back, but you've got to show more fight than they did.
And there's the pass to Gordon. The feed to Fournier. He dishes it to Freak. Here's the three. Dragic with some nice D.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Wade. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Feeds it to Whiteside. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games. The change here, too. Richardson, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. And a change for the Magic. Freaks checked in, so on the floor for Orlando. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Freak is out there with Victor Oladipo. And it's Fournier in at the 3 spot.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons put on a show. He ended with 28 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. His performance will be a high note in what has been a disappointing season for his team.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
And it's Wade penetrating. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
5 on the clock. Here's Freak. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Heat trail by 9. Wade outside. It's stolen by Oladipo. To the wing on the left. And a wide open look for Freak. Gets an open look and hits. Freak's got 15 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And he gets the bucket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Patience.
patient.
And some changes here for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire.
Checked in the transition point. Make the defense move.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. It's the Magic up 19. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, do you think the defense will be the focus for the second half?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get opportunities to get out transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Freak. 15 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside, and it's Dragic into the point guard. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season
in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Bosch, the screen. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Shoots from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Oladipo misses.
Something needs to change for them here. I mean, starting the half 0 for 5, that's not going to get it done.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage. I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Wade gets the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
From beyond the arc, he watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
The wide open look here for Bosch. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Kicks it to Dang. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Dang's got 9.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video player.
For the Magic, Gordon's checked in for Ilyasova, and Freak subbed in for Payton. On the court for Orlando, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Victor Oladipo is out there with Freak, and it's Fournier in at the small forward. Bosch dishes to Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. The jump hook, Bosch with the bucket. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Dragic kicks to Wade. 16 feet away, and he can't bank that one in. Here's Freak. The offensive rebound. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Bosch can't hit. Orlando's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Freak with it. Wade picks him up. Freak passes to Oladipo. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside Dragic. On the wing, Dang.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
Here's Freak. A three-pointer off the mark. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. It's Dragic with the drive. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, and we're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Freak with it. It's Vucevic, top of the key. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Pass to Whiteside. Dang gets a wide open look. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Give it up for your Heat.
And a new group in for the Heat. Josh McRoberts is checked in. And a new group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Wash comes in for Darrell Wright. Johnson, he's checked in for Richardson. And Winslow subbed in for Johnson. Wash kicks to Johnson. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
And it's Freak missing.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. But time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Bosch with the bucket.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
And here's Freak. Fires the 3. Off on that one. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.